Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Master 15, and we're going to be going over the Critical Ops 1.45 update today. They got some new stuff in it. They got some new features they're bringing. They got some new skins, and we're going to be going all over that today. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. So today, as I mentioned, we're going to be going over 1.45. So with this update, it's going to be kind of big. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be in here. So let's start off with the characters first. We're going to be going over all of the characters that they're going to be adding. So first, we'll start off with the Urban Rookie. He's going to be your rare. He will be the Urban Camouflage uniform, and we'll have the Coalition voice lines. Next, you will have the Sandstorm Rookie. He will also have the Sandstorm Camouflage uniform with Coalition voice lines. Lastly, you'll have your Legendary. This will be Cade. Cade will have his own unique uniform and his own unique voice lines. Next, for the Breach, we will have the Cloud Nomad. He will have partially bleached out lighter orange with Breach voice lines. Next will be the Biker Nomad. He is very rare, and he will have a biker motorcycle helmet, outfit with red hues, more orange, deeper, with Breach voice lines. And lastly, we will have Karma. She'll be your Legendary with the Karma outfit with Karma voice lines. And so for those voice lines, we're going to go ahead and go into those. I'm going to be quiet and nothing will come from me. And I will let you guys hear all of the new voice lines and all the new things that will come with these two legendary characters for all of the utilities and bomb plants that will be coming with their unique voice lines.
Frag out. Grenade out. Flash out. Flash out. Throwing smoke. Throwing smoke.
Frag out! Take cover! Frag out! Take cover! Ice down! Flashbang out! Ice down! Flashbang out! Smoke deployed! Let's go!
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb is on A. Defusing the bomb. Cover me.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb is on B. Defusing the bomb. Cover me.
Planting the bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
All right, next we're going to have the pinging system. This is where you can ping a location for a specific thing. I'm not going to go over all the ping items themselves, but there will be a menu that you will be able to choose placement, person, item, directions, different things like that that you guys want to point out to your teammates. So let's go ahead and check that out. First one here, we'll have the red one that I'll have, which will have the little exclamation point on top of it. We do have a green one here that I placed as well for more of a location-based item. Next, we're going to be going over the placement for when you have text. It'll now have your location. So if you send a message of anything in chat, you will have it to where it'll say like Flats or Main Street, to where it'll say your location of where you are when you talk to your team if you don't know the location. So this will be extremely helpful if you don't know the areas of the game, or if you don't, know how to communicate that to people in a short amount of time. Or if you don't want to talk, or if you don't want to chat, you can just poke something into chat and say help, and it'll have your location right there, and it'll be very, very useful to communicate with your teammates if you don't want to use it verbally. Next, we're going to go ahead and check out a little bit of the changes that are coming to the maps themselves. There will be some more later on in the video that I'll go over the small touches that were adjusted on these maps, but these are the big, giant upgrades. And so here we have on Plaza. This is the main bomb site here. Things got a little bit of an upgrade for some of it. It looks a little bit different. Right over here in the Coalition spawn, this is going to be the big stuff. It's got a little bit of an overhang now. It's more of a full-fledged building. They have a lot of things that have been added into the area to look a little bit nicer. Next, we have just off to the side of the bomb site, There is just a little bit to where they've done what I see is a little bit extra detail and a little bit extra signage. It just looks a little bit crisper here on the side. And then now we're going to swap over. So that was Plaza. Now we're going to be going over to Canals. So they've done a little bit of adjustments with some of the features and boxes and things that are on the sites on a few of the maps, just to change it up a little bit to add a little bit extra cover. And so here you can see the boxes have changed just ever so slightly here for the site, and makes it a little bit harder to see over the statue as well. Next spot will be a little different. So this is all about visibility. So visibility here in mid on the center of Canals. Here back behind the tree, your player would typically kind of blend in with the back wall. Well, now they've done some changes to that, to where they've added these wood pieces to where you stand out a little bit more, to where you can't just hide in the darkness. And obviously with the player changes for their colors, that also changes things up a little bit to where it's harder to hide, but it was still a visibility issue, so that has been changed. So Grounded has a little bit of a lighting change. And now it's a little bit of a glitchy thing. This is why it's a private test. So hopefully that'll be adjusted for full release, but it does a little bit of a flicker movement as you roll across. So we will hopefully see that be adjusted before the full release of that. And I know they're going to be looking into it. The next map is going to be huge. Now, it's not everybody's favorite, but maybe it will after this. So SOAR has added a bunch of additions to it. And one of the biggest ones is these windows. So now you can actually throw things into these windows. Some of the people who you see in the video here, they may or not have hit it right, but you can see stuff coming out of these windows, and that everything can come in if hit at the right angle. So now you do have a little bit more dynamicness to really prime the site without having to be in the doorway, and you can go ahead and flash and smoke off and do what you need to do inside the site and to get prepped for it. And so they've done a lot of work here. Looks really good. They've also changed this building off to the side. It looks and matches more the feel as well. And probably the biggest thing that they've done here is adjusted these umbrellas. So these are full, huge umbrellas. You can now stand on them. You can use them for cover, and you can use them to get more off to the side to get more of a viewing angle. And same for the other side of the pool as well. So you get a little bit more ease of access, a little bit more coverage for that here on SOAR now, so it makes it a little bit easier and or more difficult to be able to with these changes here. So definitely loving the changes here for SOAR, and it's going to be looking really good, especially that little ragdoll physics flying into the air. Now we're going to be getting into the smaller changes that have happened. We are going to be seeing a little bit different change to the selection for when you're making a room. So the icons for this will be a lot smaller now, and you'll be able to see more maps a lot quicker and be able to make your selections a lot faster. The next upgrade is going to be coming through Ranked. So Ranked will be able to have a little different with how they not only reset it, but also how they decay now. So players with ranks rating above 2150 will have their rating reduced by 1% every day after 7 days since they last played a match. So if you play, and that is your rank right there, you wait 7 days, you don't play the game for 7 days. After that 8th day, on the 8th day itself, you will now go down 1% of your score until you get dropped all the way. So it helps to where you actually have to be active in the game to keep your spot if you want to keep that. Now, after that, we're going to be checking out just a little bit of these extra changes. Here we have Bout removed additional lighting for inaccessible hallways. Canals add additional objects to help with character visibility. Raid, we do have moved a few little assets in mid. There's just some boxes they scooted over a little bit. Fixed bomb site stuck spots to where the bomb can get stuck and people can throw it and then they won't be able to grab it anymore. Added some kill triggers in certain places that people try to squeeze in between, and so trying not to do any cheeky things. Plaza will have improved church assets. Changes for the Coalition spawn building. Remove several rows of windows around the map to improve player movement. Added more spots that needed to be prevented to get the bomb stuck. Again, places to where you can't put the bomb into where it can't be retrieved. Fix small gaps to the void and fix small minor issues. Nothing too crazy. SOAR's where you get the big stuff here is where changes to the windows on top of the restaurant building into where they're open and utility can be thrown inside of them. and changes to the glass decals and use of grass materials, footsteps, and bullet impacts. It's a little bit more customizable and changes to it. Fixes issues where wrong ambient audio is played in certain areas. A-long building got some changes done to it as well. Made water less transparent outside main entrance of the restaurant, optimized some assets. And name change instructions are visible by default instead of waiting for it to be changed in settings. So that will be by default. If you want to turn it off, you can, absolutely. That can be changed in the settings, and so that's going to be nothing too crazy that you can change, but it is a thing that will be on by default. There also were some other changes for dead zones for controllers. So if you want to use a controller, there were some dead zone issues. Those should have been remedied with some of the new settings that have come to the game at this point. So that's basically it for this update for 1.45. Everything should be detailed into the list. They'll be releasing that very soon for the patch notes. If there is anything changes on there, there'll be last-minute inserts. There shouldn't be anything huge besides all this information. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. You guys are looking forward to these new skins for your characters. And, of course, there'll be some more awesome things that are coming with the update as well, obviously with newer passes, newer skins. Those will come later, but those are the main things that are being added into the game as new features and new things that are coming. So small tweaks, small changes. Soar's going to have a huge change for the gameplay of it. So hopefully it'll get played a lot more, because honestly that really adds a lot more dynamicness to the site, which is going to be great. But we'll have to wait and see. I think the update's going to look pretty good. I think the changes for Soar will make things so much better for the map, and will make things a lot more interesting as far as that goes. So we might see some aerial from above spots. People are going to have to really train themselves to be out of the way for any grenade placements on how that may go. But yeah, that's going to be absolute fun time. So guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and appreciate for listening to me, giving you all the glory details about this update. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you haven't done it already, and also don't forget to check out my other channel, Master on Tech, where I review technology and things that I find at my local Amazon bin store. If you don't know what that is, stop by. I'll tell you all about it, where I get some cheap technology and show you exactly how good it is. So guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Until next time, guys, you guys have a good one, and I will see you guys in the next one.